Hey y'all, it's me Nicole with Victorys Ministry. How y'all doing today? I hope all is well with your soul and your spirit and your mind and your body, with everything in your life. I pray all is well today. I had to get on here and give y'all a quick word. God gave me a quick word today, and it stuck with me and it's sticking with me. And you know I got to share it because it ain't always just for me, it's always for somebody else. So I pray that you share this word. If it ain't for you, just sow your seed of sharing, share it to somebody, give it to somebody, and bless them with this word. And like I always tell you, don't take what I say, take it back to God. And you know, God confirms his word. He confirms everything that he says. He will send you confirmation. So if you don't understand it, ask him for clarity, to give you wisdom, to give you knowledge and understanding. He will do that because, hey, he's our daddy. So today, the word he gave me is assume the position. Assume the position. And he gave me that word because I was, earlier I was driving on my lunch break and I had to go and take care of something. And I was thinking about something and I was praying about something. And you know, God, he always talking to you about something. And today, to go off of my prayers, to go off of what I was asking, and to go off of what he was telling me to do, besides assume the position, that was something he was telling me, it's time for you to assume the position. And y'all, let me tell you, that word, let me look it up. Let me tell you that I looked it up. Again, here go my notes. So, it means to take over the role and the responsibilities of a particular job. I have to assume the position. Let's go talk about like in the book of Esther. Everybody know, if you don't know, Esther is not a real long story about, but it's a great one. And long story short, God had called her, and when he called her, he didn't just call her. He had to call her. He prepared her to be positioned. And that's something God do. God will call you for something. He can call you today, but it ain't gonna be just for today. It's gonna always be for something in the future. And God, you know, when he does it, God thinks long term. God don't think like us. You know, his ways are not our ways, and his thoughts are not our thoughts. God thinks in the future. And so he gave me two scriptures. First one is Jeremiah 29:11. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. In this future, and we all have a future. My future ain't gonna look like your future. Your future is not gonna look like my future. God has called each and every one of us to something or someone. And right now, that's a place where God has called you to. And he has prepared you, just like he did Esther. He has called you, he has prepared you, and now he's positioning you. And that's why he keeps saying it's time for you to assume the position. You need to get in position and get ready, because he's about to place you where he called you to, where he has prepared you for. It's time to get in position. And one thing he was telling me, that it's not sometimes your calling, it's not going to be that clear to you. You know, like when God called me years ago, I didn't have I guess you could say, a real close relationship with God at that time. And I mean, I was raised in a Christian-based home. I was taught to pray. I was taught all of that. And when God was calling me, I really didn't know that was him calling me. I really didn't. It took much time and prayer, running and fighting and what have you to understand that it was God. I'd have heard people tell me plenty of times, you got a call in your life. God got something for you. You need to do something. You need to go obey God, you know, and I'm human. And at that time, it was like, okay, one ear out the other. Until God himself kept saying, look, I'm going to need you to listen to me. I'm going to need you to obey. I'm going to need you to answer. And after so many years, him talking to me, him showing me, him showing me, giving me glimpses of what he has for me, glimpses of what he has for me to do, glimpses of what he's called me to do to the people, I finally got it. And once I develop a relationship with God, once I develop understanding, and I'm still on this journey, y'all, so don't think I done made it. I ain't made it nowhere. I'm still on the journey, just like everybody. But when I got my relationship with him, and when I finally said, yes, God, yes to your way, yes to your calling, yes, that's as he started pouring into me. That's when he started making things clear to me and giving me the understanding and the insight that I need. And throughout the years of me saying, yes, God, everything is a process. It ain't going to just happen overnight. It's not. But you're going to have to assume the position. You're going to have to answer the call. You're going to have to obey the call. And it's a process which you have to go through, just like Esther. Esther went through a process. She went through a cleansing process. She went through all kinds of, she went through, 3-4 different kind of processes to be prepared to where God was ready to place her, the position he was putting her in. And that's something I'm doing. That's something you have to do, because, and there's a lot of y'all already in the process. A lot of y'all done already said yes. And now God is telling you it's time to assume the position that he has called you for, and that he has called you to. It's time to assume the position. And if you don't understand that, sometimes, like I say, the call may not be clear, but that's where you're supposed to ask God. Where? Whom? Ask him, ask him to give you understanding. Ask him to break it down to you. Ask him. And the second scripture that he gave me was Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. Y'all have to go ahead and assume the position. It's time. It's so much going on in the world, and God has called a lot of us. He has called a lot of us to battle, to intercede, to evangelize, to go out and save souls, to reach people regardless of what somebody's saying, what somebody's doing. God has called a lot of us. And a lot of us are running, and a lot of us are scared. Take it from me. Take it from me. And if you know me, you know me. You know who I was at a time. And that was. And like I say, I'm on the journey, so don't say I'm some holy roller and all that. No. But I am about my Father's business, so don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. I'm not who I was. And I'm working on becoming better. I am working on becoming better. I am working on becoming whom God is molding me into. I am becoming that. I'm working on that. Every day is a work in progress, okay? I am working towards that. I am not perfect. I'm not claiming to be perfect. I'm not claiming to be a Bible thumper. I go off of what my daddy tells me. I listen, I obey. And I'm here to help, to be a messenger, to be a servant. That's what I'm here for. I am called to heal and deliver. That's what I'm called to do. Never mind the fact that I'm still human and I still have my ways. Just like I ask God to pour into me, I have to pour into everybody else. And if he don't pour into me, I can't pour into the people that he has for me to go pour into. So again, it's time for y'all to assume the position. It's time for you. God has been preparing you for such a time as this. And whatever, you saying, what time is this? He done told you. He done told you it's something that he needs you to do. And he has been putting you through the process, cleaning you up, cleaning you out, cleansing your soul, cleansing your spirit, your spirit, cleansing you to get you ready for whatever or whomever he has positioned you for. Whether it's your job, whether it's your friends, whether it's the community, whatever it's for, whatever God has called you for, I'm here to tell you and to be encouraged. It's time to assume the position. It's time to get in place. It's time. God is calling you to this place, to this position. So I want y'all to be encouraged again to, excuse me, drink that water and just not even feeling right with me. But it's time for you to assume the position. So y'all be safe. You can have a great day and take it back to God. Assume the position. He gonna tell you. He done called you. He done prepared you. If you scared, go scared. But you know, we serve a God that is not a man of fear. He is putting boldness inside of you. That's why he has prepared you for this time. So it's time. So y'all have a good day. I got to get back inside the building. I snuck out for a minute just to give you this word because God has been nudging me with it. So go assume the position. Y'all be blessed.